A great upheaval is coming. It will change us and our planet. In the global south, extreme climate change will push vast numbers of people from their homes, with large regions becoming uninhabitable. In the planet's more comfortable north, economies will struggle to survive demographic changes, with massive workforce shortages and an impoverished elderly population. Over the next 50 years, hotter temperatures combined with more intense humidity are set to make large swathes of the globe lethal for 3.5 billion of us. Fleeing the tropics, the coasts, and formerly arable lands, huge populations will need to seek new homes. You will be among them, or you will be receiving them. This migration has already begun. We've all seen the streams of people fleeing drought-hit areas in Latin America, Africa, and Asia, where farming and other rural livelihoods have become impossible. Climate-driven movements are adding to a massive migration already underway to the world's cities. The number of migrants has doubled globally over the past decade. And the issue of what to do about rapidly increasing populations of displaced people will only become greater and more urgent as the planet heats. Have no doubt, we are facing a species emergency. But we can manage it. We can survive. But to do so will require a planned and deliberate migration of a kind humanity has never before undertaken. People are finally beginning to face up to the climate emergency. However, while nations rally to reduce their carbon emissions and try to adapt at-risk places to hotter conditions, there is an elephant in the room. For large portions of the world, local conditions are becoming too extreme, and there is no way to adapt. The world already sees twice as many days where temperatures exceed 50 degrees Celsius than 30 years ago. This level of heat is deadly for humans, and also hugely problematic for buildings, roads, and power stations. In short, it makes an area unlivable. This explosive planetary drama demands a dynamic human response, and the solutions are within our hands. We need to help people to move from danger and poverty to safety and comfort, to build a more resilient global society for everyone's benefit. Human movement on a scale never before seen will dominate this century and remake our world. It could be a catastrophe, or, managed well, it could be our salvation. People will have to move to survive. Large populations will need to migrate, and not simply to the nearest city, but also across continents. Those living in regions with more tolerable conditions, especially nations in northern latitudes, will need to accommodate millions of migrants into increasingly crowded cities, while themselves adapting to the demands of climate change. We will need to create entirely new cities near the planet's cooler poles, in land that is rapidly becoming ice-free. Parts of Siberia, for example, are already experiencing temperatures of 30 degrees Celsius for months at a time. Wherever you live now, this migration will affect you and the lives of your children. It may seem obvious that Bangladesh, a country where 1/3 of the population lives along a sinking, low-lying coast, is becoming uninhabitable. More than 13 million Bangladeshis, nearly 10% of the population, are expected to have left the country by 2050, or that desert nations like Sudan are becoming unlivable. But in the coming decades, wealthy nations will be severely affected too. Hot, drought-afflicted Australia will suffer, as will parts of the United States, forcing millions from cities such as Miami and New Orleans to seek safety in cooler states like Oregon and Montana. Cities will need to be built to house them.